That's my bike!
Sorry guys, this is an emergency. I'm Chuck Norris.
Oh, man.
I love that. I'm going to steal your bike, but that's okay because I'm Chuck Norris. Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm going to talk about Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos, which was a cartoon that came out in 1986, based on the real-life action star Chuck Norris. It was produced by Ruby Spears, and it only lasted about 5 episodes, but back in those days, cartoon companies would create 5 episodes that would be syndicated and run from Monday to Friday to test the waters to see if the market would appreciate a cartoon like this so they could pump more money into it and create 65 episodes for season 1. And apparently that didn't happen with Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos. Something happened along the way. I guess kids didn't care about the show back then. Shame on them. But, well, it's Chuck Norris. A cartoon and a toy line had come out at that time. And, you know, t-shirts and all that other stuff. Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos is basically Chuck Norris and a group of made-up friends, like a big sumo wrestler called Tabby, which, because of the limitations of weekly animation, they only had one model sheet for this guy, which was like, you know, him topless, so he never wore clothes in the cartoon. There was a samurai warrior, some teenage apprentice, and some kid apprentice, and some girl that I can't remember any of their names. They fought a group of bad guys, as any boys' toy line back in the day had. The bad guys consisted of 2 villains only. I guess they would expand it if there was a season 1. There was a guy named Claw, who had a metal claw for a hand, and he was the leader. And then there was a guy named Super Ninja, who was a super ninja. He was the ultimate ninja, and he would always vow to finish Chuck Norris, as you always saw in the intro. And the bad guy's name was Vulture, like that was the group, sort of like Cobra, you know. So Chuck Norris would fight these guys in various locales every episode. And, I mean, if you like Chuck Norris, just cheesiness, I know Chuck Norris is a big postmodern, ironic character right now. People love those Chuck Norris joke books about how badass he is and everything, and you know, there's Walker Texas Ranger where he fights people like twice or 3 times an episode just to squeeze in some Chuck Norris badassery. And if you like the old 80s Chuck Norris movies like Invasion USA or the Braddock movies, the Missing in Action movies, you'd really enjoy Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos. There's a lot to laugh at here and laugh with here. I know that it's popular among the college crowd because it's just the amount of times they say Chuck Norris's name in the intro is hilarious. And Chuck Norris himself appears in live action in the beginning of end of each episode. And within the shows, there's a lot of cheesy humor. I think they understood the ironic Chuck Norris figure back then. You know, that clip I just showed where Chuck Norris gives an excuse to a bunch of kids about stealing their bike, saying, well, I'm Chuck Norris, and then he takes off. Like, right there, that's the precursor for all these Chuck Norris jokes that you see today. So Chuck Norris has an upswing of popularity right now. And I think people, like, you know, it's fun to laugh with Chuck Norris, but also he's America. I mean, Chuck Norris, he lent his voice to the cartoon. Like, he voices himself, which is pretty impressive because a lot of people back then just left the voicing up to voice actors. You know, like, I don't think Sergeant Slaughter voiced himself in the G.I. Joe cartoon. I don't think Mr. T voiced himself in the Mr. T cartoon. So Chuck Norris, you know, voices himself, and Chuck Norris has a sort of American accent. Like, I don't know how to pin it down. It's not Southern, it's not Northern, it's not East or West. It's everything. It's Hawaiian, it's Alaskan, it's everything. He just sounds like America. So, I mean, if you're in the mood to pick up something fun to watch, Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos is available at WarnerBrothers.com on a print-on-demand basis. They love their print-on-demand, I guess. And it's available only in the U.S., but, you know, if you have someone who lives in the U.S. who can ship it to you, then by all means, you can hear that from me. But so Chuck Norris Karate Kommandos, it's a lot of fun. It's a hilarious little footnote on Chuck Norris's career, and check it out.